Yesterday, I woke up sucking a lemon, and what was that I tried to say? So in honor of the 25-year anniversary of this bad boy right here, I'm going to be counting down my top 5 favorite Kid A songs right now, starting with number 5. Optimistic. As I said the other day in my Viva La Vinyl classic album review of this record, this was the first song that I gravitated to because I'm a simple man and I didn't really know what Radiohead was doing with this album at the time, and sometimes I still don't. But this song, it had guitars and, a recognizable melody, and it just kind of felt good to say, oh, okay, here's a song that's a little bit like what they had done previously. But it's a great track that still holds up today. Works really well in a live setting. If you haven't had the chance to see their version on the In the Basement version of this, it is fantastic. Definitely check it out. And it's one of those songs that gets stuck in your head, especially lyrically, like big fish eat the little ones. It's one of those lines that, you've heard that phrase before in life, but you don't randomly hear it sung in song often. And it's one of those things that kind of makes you wonder, like, is Tom York okay? But that's my number 5. And now at number 4. Everything in its right place, the opening track, and the one that on first listen, I was like, what is this exactly? And it took me several listens and honestly several years to realize that this album was a masterpiece, but also that this song is probably, when you think about it, their best opening track from any of their albums, which is really saying something, or at least, the most iconic. Just that arpeggiated keyboard that goes into that deep bassy sound that really propels this song. And then, of course, just everything else about it is amazing when you really break it down, where Tom York's voice is really being broken down and, spit back out and every which way. And then lyrics like, I have 2 colors in my head. You don't know exactly what he's talking about, but the vibe of it just pulls you in and makes you be like, yes, I agree with that. And everything is in its right place with this as the opening track. Absolutely love it. And that's just my number 4. So now at number 3. How to Disappear Completely. Man, what a song this is. And, as sad as this song is, and I usually don't gravitate towards melancholic songs in general, but of course I'm a huge Radiohead fan, so there you go. This is just amazingly produced, arranged. The strings that Johnny arranged on this track, the way that it builds, just glorious. And of course, that one elongated falsetto note from Tom York towards the end of this makes you wonder, number one, maybe can he hold his breath that long, like the No Surprises video? I mean, just an amazing vocalist. I don't think York gets enough credit these days as, not just one of the most recognizable voices, but one of the best in all of rock history. And he really proves it in spades on this track. But yeah, just so moody, so atmospheric, makes you feel like you're floating in the beginning of it. And then by the end of it, it's just like so huge and amazing. And that's just my number 3. So now at number 2. Idiotech. Man, you gotta love this song, and I know so many people do. I mean, it's an obvious favorite, and it's just such a bizarre song when you look at it. I know the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, yeah, it's got like a beat that keeps it going, but it's like, is it even a drum? Like, what effect are they using exactly? And then, the kind of low tones that they're using almost sound like a video game of sorts. But on top of all that, melodically, this is just one of the best things Radiohead ever did. And it's so paranoid, like some of their best works like Paranoid Android. The lyrics of Ice Age coming, let me hear both sides, like all the imagery of mobiles squirking, mobiles chirping, take the money and run. It's brilliant. And that again, the falsetto of Tom York and Ed O'Brien, his vocals doing the background harmony, just magnificent, man. And one of those songs that, you say the word and it gets stuck in your head immediately. And that's just my number 2. So now at number 1. The national anthem. I may get some flack for putting this at my number 1, but to me, this is like the first song that I realized this album truly is something else. And they intentionally did this thing where they were like, okay, we're going to have like this jazz brass ensemble just go nuts and like as if they're marching into a wall, I think is how it was described. And all along this repetitive bass line that is just so menacing and like badass and rock and roll, like truly. And when you see them perform this on SNL, as I mentioned the other day in my review of this album, it'll just blow your mind. And Tom York takes it to a place that is beyond physicality. It's like you think he's having some kind of a stroke or something. And when I saw them live, he does pretty much just that and mimics the brass ensemble in his vocal, which is truly incredible. And just, Johnny playing the Ons Marinot thing from Star Trek, just the instrumentation is so bizarre. And Phil Selway, man, I gotta give him props on this song. He just really drives it. And I love how the drums just once in a while just go completely out and then they're back again and then he's crashing cymbals. And it's just an amazing performance by all the members of this band and the extra guys they had on it. And yeah, man, it just shows you what a forward-thinking, one of the best alternative rock bands of all time, if not the best. And yeah, that's my top 5, guys. So let me know in the comments below, what would your top 5 be? If you're so bold, rank the whole thing. And if you're into shorts, you can see that I've done just that. I've ranked all 10 tracks in shorts form, so check that out as well. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always,